Fleming. I'm here at Timber Hills Lake Ranch, and we're going to do a mini-series video here on how to grunt call whitetail bucks and deer. And basically a grunt call is exactly what it sounds like. It's a grunt. And we're going to do 4 different calls here. Basically, we're going to start with the doe bleat, or some people call a doe in distress, or a lost fawn bleat, which will basically bring the does in. Well, as you know, as a deer hunter, usually when you have the does, the bucks are behind them, following them. So you can actually call in the bucks right with the doe in front of them. So what we have here is a standard grunt call. These calls are all available here at Timber Hills Lake Ranch, and this one's made out of maple. So we're going to do a lost fawn or a doe in distress bleat, which is what some people call the call. And all I'm doing is curling my lips over the edge of the call in the back. My front lip is down in the hole. My bottom lip is underneath the call, like this. I don't have both my lips in it like a duck call. It's underneath. Cup the sound and muffle it. Close your hand to cut it off, and that's basically a doe bleat or a fawn in distress, which the mama doe will hear that and they'll come in. Now you take this little adjustment on the front of our calls here that we have at the ranch, pull that down, and you can do a young buck. I like to keep the tube scrunched up, because if you do a trophy buck call right off the bat, sometimes a cull buck or a younger buck will not come in. So you want to start with that and then work your way up. So the second call is basically a grunt. You call the same way, bottom lip underneath the call, on the outside, on the back, front lip in the call. Usually when you're grunt calling, I do it about every 20 minutes. I don't like to overdo it on grunt calls, because you can overcall and it actually spooks the deer. And you can start with that, just a young buck, and if nothing responds, 20 minutes later, go on and move your little adjustment right here on the front of the call down to a medium-sized buck, or what, you know, a 2-year-old. So the same deal. All I'm doing is taking air and blowing out of my mouth. Just like you're trying to whistle, but nothing's coming out. Taper it off. That's all you need. 2 or 3 grunts. You don't want to overdo it. Now, when you got a trophy buck in there and you want to bring in the big boy, and also a lot of your bigger bucks sometimes will come in looking for a fight with that younger buck grunt, because they think there's somebody in their area taking over. If you want to get the big granddaddy right off the bat, you want to start with the deep trophy buck grunt. And then you can put in there some quick grunts. And growl at them a little bit. Aggressive, but there again, don't do over 3 or 4 each time. Then put a few grunts in there with it, and that is basically it. 4 different calls: the doe bleat or the doe in distress, the young buck, the 2-year-old buck, and then your trophy buck. We'll do each call again one more time. Put your lip on the outside, upper lip inside. We'll start with the doe in distress. Right on down to a young buck. Move your tube up for the young one. Just sounds like a belch almost. That's the exact sound you're trying to imitate, because the bucks, when they grunt, it's a guttural sound. It's coming from inside their diaphragm. And you can direct the sound with this tube in your hand. Third call, a little older buck. Going down to a trophy, extend the tube. wait till they come in. And there you have it, right here. All these calls are available at Timber Hills Ranch, right here in the lodge.